It's probably an impossible task to have a brief history of a church that's had 63 years of service. I'll be as brief as I can this morning, and I just want to kind of inform everybody where we started, where we are, and how we got here. The idea for a new Methodist church for this community surfaced in the early 1950s. After many long hours of planning, organizations, and lots of prayers, this church was established. The church's first service was held July 25th, 1954 in the Emmanuel County 4-H Clubhouse. Most of you know where this building is. It's been moved one time, but it's still up here on the left, right under the water tower up here on my left, and it was down a little bit further down when we started. So that's where our first meeting was, and this was under the leadership of our pastor, Reverend Bobby Jean Coleman. There were 27 people at Sunday school that day and 36 for the morning service. The church continued to grow, and during the week of September 19th through September 26, 1954, the church had its first revival, a tent service on the grounds where this church now sits. The doors of the church were opened during that revival, and 38 people joined that night. On December 5, 1954, the church held its first organizing quarterly conference. Now, this conference, Calvary Methodist Church, was the name chosen by the 38 charter members. Early in 1955, plans began to raise money and build a church. $1,000 was given to Calvary from the Methodist expansion funds, and their dream began materializing. During the week of July 17th, another revival was held under the tent. It was then that individuals made pledges and a big drive for raising funds had started. Building their church was underway. The most notable fundraiser was called a Mile of Dollars, where they actually put a string up 1 mile down US 1, up and down. People were asked to hang $1 on the string, and the city police, the Georgia National Guardsmen, and the Georgia State Patrol provided security for this event. They did not get a mile of dollars, but they did collect $2,794 for that. All this happened in early March of 1956. Then on August 19th, 1956, the church held a groundbreaking service, and construction began on their new church. On December 2nd, 1956, the building was complete, and the first service conducted. Bobby Jean Coleman brought the morning service, and District Superintendent James H. Wilson to deliver the evening message. During the ensuing years, Calvary Methodist Church has become a beacon in this community. With its members, ministry, and its involvement in this city's everyday life. The building was added on to things, during later in the years, we added on a social hall, more Sunday school rooms, and the front was added on to the church also. In the early morning hours on September 29, 2011, Calvary Methodist Church was destroyed by fire. Later ruled as arson. Undeterred, the members immediately began plans for rebuilding. With a generous outpouring of gifts of money from people far and wide and insurance money, Calvary was on its way again. Construction began, and on December 16, 2012, Calvary held its first service in the facility where you now sit. God has blessed Calvary over the years, and we are truly thankful, with this being our first homecoming in the facility and our first since 2004. We'd like to thank each of you for being here and being a part of it. The members here will be reminiscing today, and other people will be making new memories today. We hope you enjoy your day with us. Now, in closing, I stated earlier that there were 38 charter members, and over the years, a lot of these people have passed away. A lot of them have just drifted away from church. But today, I want to make a special recognition for two people. They were here on July 25th, 1954, and they're still here today, 63 years later. Still working, still serving, still devoted to this church. They have been faithful and dedicated members, and we want to say a big thank you to Annette Evans. Where's Annette? Miss Annette, would you please stand? and Mr. Hugh Brazel. It says a lot when you've been dedicated to something for 63 years, and they've been here the whole time. We want to thank you and thank all of you for coming, and let me remind you that